Chad, who's the best receiver ever to play in the NFL?
Probably me, honestly.
T, who's the best receiver ever to play in the NFL?
Jerry Rice, and then I'm next.
Okay. Well, hey, I know you agree. Do you look at Chad? Why you giving that look, Chad? Why you giving that look?
Hey, T.O. sucks, man. Fuck this shit. Hey, that's my guy, though, man. Listen, hey. I tell people all the time. We talk about these receivers today, man, but there will never be two like that. I had the joy of being able to watch in person during their time, in their prime, was Randy and T.O., man. Being able to see that shit up close, man, people will never understand. I don't care nothing about no YouTube. I don't care nothing about no highlights. Yeah. Until you're able to see that shit in person, up close, you will never understand the greatness of those two, man.
That's what I tell T, because like when you're great, you have to do something that nobody.
He's still ugly.
Oh, he's still ugly. He's greatly ugly. But when you see people who are great, that means they're probably doing something better than anybody else has ever done.
Yeah.
And again, Randy Moss adjusted to the ball in the air better than anybody I've ever seen.
I don't see how he was able to stay so relaxed. If you ever watch him, his body was always so relaxed.
Right.
Most of the time when you're running fast like that in a game scenario, the equilibrium of the body, sometimes it's off. In practice,
your eyes go like this.
Yeah, in practice, you're great because there's no pressure. But for some reason, the nerve, I don't know how to explain it right and put it in words. But something about the body is always off, running full speed in the game, trying to track the ball. And Randy was always so effing relaxed. I don't know how he did it.
Right. What you're trying to describe, he made it look very effortless, and he had a lot of body, and he had a lot of body control. A lot of guys, a lot, and just spatial awareness too. That factors into what he was able to do. Who now it's a verb, to say, you got all these kids like, oh man, you got mossed or what have you. Again, as you said, Chad, I mean, it's remarkable. It was remarkable to see from afar, and even just to watch highlights. I mean, because you put things in slow motion, and then you go out as a kid and you try to emulate these things. Sometimes you can't even really practice that because these are things that comes instinctive and naturally, and he just had a lot of body control. And there's a lot of guys like that, but to do it with the amount of speed that he possessed, like I said, it was remarkable to watch.
And I think the other great thing, or a great thing that you had, T, was your run after the catch. We haven't seen it,
unbelievable,
and we haven't seen it before. So to me, that was your special trait. But again, there's people a lot faster than you. Obviously.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And there's people with better this or better that. But when you do something great and nobody else, it's like that's what makes you great. You know what I'm saying? So.
And then again, just to bring to things that about attributes or things that made each of us better. When you think about Chad, he had the innate ability to then again to stretch out, make difficult catches. But what sticks out in my mind is he has body control too. It wasn't necessary going up making catches, but it was just his awareness of where he was on the football field to get his toes down and make spectacular what Nate Burleson calls toe drag swag.
Toe drag swag.
Exactly. That's again, I didn't have that because I think with my speed and my separation, I didn't need all of that toe drag swag to then get down because I was already open. So I didn't need all of that. I didn't need all
open.
I didn't need to make it. I didn't need to make it look spectacular for the cameras, for them to rewind and marvel at his awareness, and his ability to put his feet down. I was
this guy here.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Let me ask you this, right? If you would have played in New York or a bigger market, do you think your career or the perception of your career would be bigger?
Oh yeah, I would say absolutely.
I would say yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, he did great just to put Cincinnati to even draw eyes and an audience to the Cincinnati Bengals. Obviously, he had Carson Palmer, but again, to do what he did, and then his coaching staff and his coach to allow Chad to be Chad is what was so remarkable, and what Chad did to just the entertainment factor of playing in the National Football League. Just think if had he played in actually a larger market like New York, that would have been crazy.
Yeah, it would have been crazy. I mean, what I was able to do in a small market like Cincinnati, was phenomenal. So, I mean, obviously things would have been that much greater to that magnitude being in New York or Chicago or where else can I think of? It's a big city.
Philadelphia, Dallas.
Yeah. So, I mean, it would have been cool, but everything worked out. I mean, I left my mark big time where I was. So
you're not just an enigmatic type of individual, very personable, fun-loving guy. You can be a pain in the butt sometimes, but you're also you're a smart guy, and that's what I liked about you. And then even, like I said, playing with you that 1 year, dude, I had one of the best years, that any receiver could have playing with a guy like you. And I honestly, I learned a lot from you, good and bad. But I will say, I know there's been some comparisons, and we like to go back with a lot of banter of who's the better receiver, who's the faster receiver.
I'm definitely the better receiver.
I'm the better looking receiver, the better receiver, period. But this is what I tell people. You, along with Terry Glenn, and I played with the great Jerry Rice. You and Terry Glenn have the quickest feet that I have ever seen in my life.
That's a good thing.
And for people that are watching right now, when I say quick doesn't always equate to you being fast. You're quicker than you are fast. That's just me being realistic. And I know we have that banter going back and forth. I'm faster than you. We all know that. But other than that,
both of y'all slow. It don't matter.
You're not even in this conversation.
I ran faster than both of y'all, so I don't want to hear it. And I'm gonna take y'all back a little bit because again, me and Chad, we go back
way back
4 years. So me and Chad was college teammates at Langston University.
University.
I didn't know that.
I was a senior. Chad was coming from Florida, and I remember the funny thing is the jersey he got on now was orange. So it's got to be one of his favorite colors because when he stepped on campus, he had all orange on.
Oh, yeah.
And his mouth was going 100 miles an hour.
So you just shed light. You just shed light on something for me. Chad Johnson is the best receiver that came out of Langston. Thank you. You admitted it. Thank you. Chad Johnson is the best receiver that came out of Langston.
My senior year, I played Chad redshirted, and I left. Instead of Chad staying there, Chad was going to leave Langston. He wanted to go to a JUCO and then go to a bigger school. And from there, he went to Oregon State. So he got drafted out of Oregon State, but I got drafted out of Langston. But again, going back, is like we used to work out like hours upon hours. And I remember one thing me and Chad used to do all the time was jump rope. And I was like, Chad, we got to have quicker feet. There was a dude there by the name of Ted Alford. And we both wanted to be like Ted Alford. He had some crazy quick feet. And we, of course, Chad was quick naturally anyway, but we would jump rope for hours. So again, that's where he got some of that good quick footwork as well.
Oh, those are memories, man. Memories.